What's the most mutual respect that you've had for an opponent coming into a fight?
Nah. I respect, you know, most of my opponents. So nah, this is not the most. I definitely got a lot of respect for him, but you know, I had a lot of respect for Sean Porter and Kell Brook and the rest of those guys. It's just, you know, when you get on stage with somebody and he talking trash, you know, it's just natural for me to talk back. You know, I'm not a guy to talk too much, but when somebody's talking to me, I'm gonna talk back to you. You know, so. You know, but it is a respect there, but it's not overly blown. Because once the bell rings, the respect goes out the door.
You said he's had his eye on you since 2017. How long have you had your eye on him, and did you think this would ever happen?
I had my eye on him once I got the third belt. You know, that was my chance. This is my chance to get the fourth belt, so that's when I had my eye on him. But I ain't had my eye on him in 2017.
He predominantly is. He switches. One of the biggest things with him is that he switches from southpaw to orthodox. You are naturally a southpaw. How do you prepare for that? And what gives you such an advantage being a southpaw in this fight?
I want to ask you why you switched.
Switch what?
You know why you switched, and what happened to what was that thing Terence Crawford fought on?
DOK Prime?
Yeah. What happened?
It ain't happening right now.
Oh yeah, okay. you were so Errol Spence, and then you once Terence Crawford got with BLK Prime, you flipped.
I ain't switching nothing.
Errol, do you believe that your height and your reach is going to be the huge advantage come fight night? Because obviously we can see that, you know, we're doing the face-off. You're a little bit taller than him, and a lot of critics say that that's one of the keys to victory due to that.
Nah, I just feel like, you know, it's going to be a lot of adjustments in fights. I feel like the fight going to, you know, switch, and, you know, it's going to be back and forth, momentum switches and things like that. That's what you get with great fighters, but I feel like I'm just going to put on a great performance. I feel like the size wouldn't matter because, you know, he looks like, you know, he's right on weight and he's right there. So, you know, people will see we'll probably be, you know, the same size once fight week. So,
after the FaceTime conversation, did you guys realize that no one was ducking each other and that it was an easier fight to make?
Nah, it definitely wasn't an easy fight to make after talking to each other. But, you know, it just, you know, when once you just pride and other things gotta get put to the side for the bigger objective for things to happen. So, basically talking to each other and just, you know, hearing the stuff that he wanted and that he needed. You know, I'm a very, you know, rational guy and understanding dude too. I understood, you know, the stuff that, you know, that he wanted and the stuff that he was asking for, you know, and I couldn't knock him forward. So I was just like, you know, some of the stuff, you know, I just, you know, put my pride down and just, you know, let him have it.
Errol, you know,
Adrian Broner recently, he picked you to win the fight, and he reflected back on when you guys sparred, and he said one reason he's picking you to win is your skills are underestimated and your footwork is really good. What do you make about Broner's comments, and are we making too much about your size and strength and not, or maybe overlooking the stuff Adrian's talking about?
Yeah, a little bit, but, you know, I think it's just going to come with just my skill set. I feel like my skill set and my ability is gonna really show this fight, and you know, it's not gonna be too much about talent. It's gonna be a lot of nutrition. It's gonna be a
one more question.
Errol, how's it been with Ryan?
You basically like a sports team, like both of y'all. People follow y'all like sports teams. Does that like have some added pressure that people are gonna be like emotionally affected by the winner and the loser of this fight?
I feel like that's why it's so great, because people definitely gonna be emotionally affected, and people gonna definitely get their emotions in, and people making it, you know, a lot of people make it, especially on social media, they make it way more personal than
families are breaking up over y'all too, man.
They make it more personal than what it should be.
Is that more pressure for you guys?
Nah, not at all. No. That's when greatness happens, man. That's why this is a great fight, because people emotions are in it, and when you got a great fight like this or anything, a great event like this, people gonna get emotional about it. So that's why it's great.
Errol, how long longer do you think you'll stay at 147? Because I know they've asked you about a potential fight with Canelo, possibly at the AT&T Stadium. How long more do you think you'll stay at 147 after this fight with Crawford?
I'm gone.
4 years ago, you would have been the betting on favorite for this fight. Do you feel like this is a more difficult fight now for you than it would have been then?
Definitely. It's definitely way more difficult. You know, a lot of stuff didn't occur during that time, so, you know, I can see why, you know, I'm probably not the betting favorite. But it's going to be definitely a difficult fight. That's why, you know, I'm going to have to be focused and I'm going to have to be on point, you know, throughout the whole fight.
It's been said that sometimes the opponent across the ring is not as difficult as the one internally. What do you have to overcome internally to bring the best Errol Spence to the ring on July 29th?
I feel like, you know, internally, that's your toughest opponent throughout your whole life. It's going to be your toughest opponent ever. So with me, internally, I just got to stay focused. Just stay focused, stay 100% focused, and don't lose focus, because even in the later rounds, you know, you can get caught with a good shot just because you lose focus for a split second. So I feel like that's what makes the great fighters great, because they always focused and they always on point, and they never have, you know, empty lapses where they lost focus and then something happens.
You talk about this layoff being more rest and not having to be recovery, and then Crawford's resume not being as difficult as yours. Is there a disadvantage for you in the kind of fights you've been in, the toughest kind of opponents you've had, and the injuries, to now be facing a maybe fresher Terence Crawford?
Nah, not really. I mean, you know, I didn't, been through a lot and still, you know, persevered. So, you know, I feel like it's just another story, and you know, they just add to, you know, might have a feature movie, you know, in place in the future, you know. So, you know, we'll see. But, you know, for me, it's just about just being focused, you know, keep being hungry, and keep training and listening to my coach, and just making sure that I'm on point 100%, so I can give, you know, the fans what they paid for and give everybody what they paid for, and you know, show my greatness come July 29th.
I'd say the last time a lot of people doubted you might have been Mikey Garcia, and in this fight, obviously you're the underdog. What do you intend to do on the 29th to prove those people wrong, and where have they made their mistake like they made it with Mikey Garcia?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's gonna go back and forth just because, you know, I'm fighting another great fighter, so it has to go back and forth, and you know, that's why this fight's so great, because, you know, 1 week they saying this, the next week they saying that. They see us at the press conference, now they changing it around, so it's always gonna change, because this how great this fight is, and this how even people think it is, that, you know, you get swings and different changes of how the fight's gonna play out. So I feel like that's why it's gonna be so great, because you don't know what's gonna happen.
When Crawford says he's been visualizing this fight for years, when you visualize it, how does it play out?
It play out me just, you know, breaking them, you know, mentally, physically, shit, damn near spiritually. It's just, you know, me just breaking his will. You know, hopefully, you know, I don't break his face too bad, and just, you know, come out with the victory.
Champ, what do you think is the bigger difference between Errol Spence? Terence Crawford's been saying that he made this fight happen. Who made the fight happen?
It definitely was me. You know, because, you know, I made concessions to make the fight happen, and you know, it was basically, you know, my decision that the fight was gonna happen, because, you know, basically, even we had the bet 5 years ago, you know, I gave them that and some, you know, to make this fight happen. So, and a lot of the people who on the business side of it didn't think that I was gonna make that concession, but I did. It, you know, that was the deciding factor to make the fight happen.
So if it wasn't for you, the fight wouldn't have happened?
Definitely, but we're here now, and I feel like, yeah, it wasn't for me to make the fight happen, but it was definitely a group effort, us getting on FaceTime, you know, us talking it out, and basically putting our pride down and dropping our egos and you know, just making this fight happen for the fans. And we made this fight happen for the fans. You know, the fans gotta, you know, show why there is a reward in taking risks, and you know, the best fighting the best, and you know, getting back to everybody fighting each other and make great fight happen. So,
final question from over here. It was about 42 years ago that Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns fought in one of the greatest welterweight fights of all time, maybe the greatest one. Is this going to be a classic just like that?
I think it's going to be classic. I think, you know, he's definitely coming to fight. I'm coming to fight. If you know his mentality and you see him fight, he put on great performances. You know, he has no nonsense mentality. He always fighting back. If you push, he going to push harder. So I think that's a recipe for a great fight. And, you know, you can't get none less but a great fight.
Thank you.